Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I am going to continue with your same module, that is Office Solution Development, and the same chapter, that is Office Solution Development. In the last class we have discussed about the Office add-ins, and today I am going to continue with these Office add-ins, and we have covered one Outlook Office add-in in the last class. Today I am going to cover with the Com add-in and the Automation add-in that is used for the Word and the Excel and the Excel, right? So let's go start with the previous class session what we have covered in the last class, then move to today's topic, that is the automation add-ins and the com add-ins that is used for the Excel and the Word, and that is used for the Excel, right? So let's start with the previous class session what we have covered in the last class. So in the last class we have started with the Office add-ins, that is the second pattern that is used for the add-in pattern that is used with the Office add-ins, or that is known as the Office add-ins. So the second pattern that is used in the Office development is the Office add-ins, or is the add-in pattern. So that is the second pattern, or that is used in the Office development, that is known as the add-in pattern. And this book covers several types of Office add-ins. So there are multiple types of Office add-ins, or several types of Office add-ins that is available. These includes VSTO add-ins for the Outlook, Com add-in for the Excel, and the Word, and the Automation add-in for the Excel. So these are the three add-ins that is available. One is the VSTO add-in for the Outlook, then the Com add-in for the Excel and the Word, and Automation add-in for the Excel. And we have covered about the VSTO add-in for the Outlook. So there is a VSTO add-in that is used for the Outlook. So that is the first part. So this new VSTO feature makes it extremely easy to create add-in for the Outlook 2003. So this is used for the Outlook 2003. That is a new VSTO feature that makes this extremely easy to create the VSTO Outlook, or that is used to create an add-in for the Outlook 2003. And this model is the most, that is the .NET of all the add-in models, and is very similar to the VSTO code that is used behind for the document. So that is used for the VSTO code that is used for the documents that is available in the VSTO. Uh, so we have discussed about this one, and we also discussed about the com add-in that is used for the Excel and the Word. So that is available in the C# library that is used for the com add-ins, that is used in the Word and the Excel, that is used for the Word and the Excel, right? And that is used to implement in the IDTE, that is the Integrated Development Technology Extensibility Interface, and the register in the registry as a com object and the com add-ins. Through com interop, Office create the C# class and talks to it. And for creating the com interop, Office create the C# class that is available and talks to it. Chapter 23, that is developing the com add-ins for the Word and the Excel, that describes the creation in the how to create the com add-in that is used for the Word and the Excel concepts. The next is the automation add-in for the Excel. So one is the com add-in for the Word and the Excel, one is the VSTO add-in for the Outlook, next is the automation add-in for the Excel. So these manage classes. So this VSTO or automation add-in that is used for the Excel, that is used to manage the classes, that is used to expose the public functions that Excel can use in the formulas. And the C# class must register in the registry as a com object. So it must register in the registry as a com object, and through com interop, Excel can create an automation add-ins and use a public method in the formula. So that is used in the public method as a formula that is used to create an automation add-in. And this is explained in this automation add-in for only the Excel, right? So we have discussed in the last class first part, that is a VSTO add-in that is used for the Excel object, that is used for the VSTO add-in that is used for the Outlook Express. So creating an Outlook add-in for in the VSTO, that is the first part, that is how to create an VSTO add-in that is used in the VSTO, that is used in the Outlook. So to creating an Outlook add-in project in the VSTO, choose the project from the new menu of the file menu. So first of all, choose the product from the file menu that is available in the file menu in the Visual Studio. So first of all, choose the object in the file menu that is available in the file menu. Select the code, or select the Visual C# code that is used for the content editor, that is used for the price editor, that is used with this one, and then go to that part that is available for this one. That is available for the C# node, that is available for the C# that is used with this one. That is used with the VSTO node. So for the VSTO add-in, we have to use the Visual C Sharp node, or that is the Visual C Sharp from the list of the project types. If there are multiple types that is available, we have to select the Visual C Sharp language for making the project, for making the Outlook add-ins in the VSTO. So Outlook add-in project appears in the list of the template. So that is available in the list of the template like this one. This is the diagram that shows there is a Visual Studio. First of all, we have to select the project type, that is a Visual C Sharp. Then select on the Office, there are Windows, Office, Database, Starter Kits, so we have to use the database. Then the Visual Studio install template that is available, that is used with the Outlook add-in, so in which we have to select the template that is used, that is the Outlook add-in template that is used. The name is the Outlook admin 1 or add-in 1. Then this is the location, this is the solution of this one. So this is the project type, then there is a template, then there is a template that is available with the Outlook add-ins, and that is used with the my template. So this is the new project that is available in this one. So this is a how to create a new Outlook add-in project. So this is the usage of the Outlook add-in project that is used with this one. Then the Outlook add-in project in the Solution Explorer, that is how to use the Outlook add-in project, that is used with the Outlook admin, that is the properties, then references, then accessibility, then Microsoft Office.core, then tools Outlook, that is Outlook. Then there is a standalone that is also used with the Solution Explorer. So this is written over here. This says that for the Outlook add-in, we have to use the Visual C Sharp node from the list of the project type that is used with this one, and there are multiple nodes that is used with the Visual C Sharp. Type a name for the Visual C Sharp, and VSTO creates a project will reference to the Outlook 2003 PIA, the core office PIA, and the other needed references that is shown in the figure 2.6. That is available in the figure. This is the figure of the new project. So there is a Visual C Sharp, and there is the Office, and these are the various templates that is available, and we have to choose the template that is the Outlook add-in. So a project type is a Visual C Sharp, and that is covered under the window Office, and the template that is available is the Visual Studio install template, that is the Outlook add-ins, and the name that is available is the Outlook add-in 1, then the location, then the solution, then the solution name. So this is available with this one. So this is creating a new Outlook add-in project. Then this is a Solution Explorer for the Outlook add-in 1, and if you double click the this application.cs project, then so it is used as a CS application. So this is available as the Outlook like this one. This is a this application.cs. So if you double click on the this application.cs project item, you will see the code that is showing in the listing 2.4. So that is the code that is shown in the listing 2.4. So this is the code that is used over here. This is 2.3. This is the code for the 2.4 that is available over here. So this is the 2.4, that is the initial code that is used with the application class is in an Outlook add-in project. So there is a simple startup and the shutdown event handler where you can write the code that executes on the startup and the shutdown of the add-ins. That is used to write the code that executes on the startup and the shutdown events of the add-ins. Now this application class derives from an aggregate of the Outlook application object. So this application class also derives from an aggregate of the Outlook application object that is derived in this one. That is this application class that is derived from an aggregate of the Outlook application object. And this allows you to access the properties and the methods of the Outlook application object by writing the code. So that is used to access the properties and the method that is used with the Outlook application object, that is used with the this inspector.count in the application class. So if I am using this application object that is used with this application object that is used with this inspector.count. So this is the code that shows how to use the Outlook add-in project with the VSTO. So when you click on this application.cs, this listing will be occurred because this is the code that is available in this application class that is used in the Outlook add-in project. This is used as using the system, then using system.windows.form. So first of all, it is using the system, so it is using the system, that is the system only. Then using the system.windows.forms. So Windows is also used, that is the forms is also available. Then using Microsoft.Visual Studio.Tools.Applications.Runtime, that is available with using Microsoft.Visual Studio, then tools, then application, then runtime. That is, it is using everything. That is, Microsoft Visual Studio is used, and multiple tools are used for the Visual Studio, applications are used, and the runtime applications are also used in the Visual Studio. Then using the Outlook, which Outlook is used, that is a Microsoft Outlook Interop Outlook. So that is the name of the Outlook that is available, that is MS Outlook, that is a Microsoft Outlook or the Interop Outlook. Then next is the namespace, then the Outlook add-in or add-in that is available with one, that is the Outlook add-in 1. This is the namespace, then Outlook add-in 1. Then public partial class this application. This is the public partial class that is available with the public class, that is the name of the class is this application. Then private void this application startup object sender event arguments e. So this is used as a private void this application, that is a startup application, and the object sender, so that is a sender, these are the various argument, that is one of the sender variable is of the object category and the e is of the event argument category, and this is the blank function that is only defined if it is used. When it is used, it is a there is a demand, it is used, otherwise it is not used. Then the private void this application shutdown. So one is the application, one is the event that is used as a startup, one is the event application that is used as a shutdown. So there are two parts that is used with the startup and the shutdown. Then there is a reason that is available over here. Then there is a VSTO designer generated code. So this is the VSTO designer generated code, that is a region. Then this is a private void internal startup. So this is a private void that is available with the private void internal startup. Then this dot startup plus equals to new system. So that is a, this dot startup is used, that is plus equals to new system. Then there is a event handler this application startup. So that is the event handler is used, that is a, this application underscore startup. Then this dot shutdown plus equals to new system. So one is the startup, that is plus equals to new system. Then there is a shutdown, that is plus equals to new system. That means one it is used for the startup, one is used for the shutdown. And for the startup there is the event handler that is used. The name of the event handler is this application startup, and shutdown event that is used with the event handler, that is this application underscore shutdown. So there are two handlers that is used. One is a startup handler, that is a this application underscore startup. One is a this application underscore shutdown, that is a private void internal startup event. Then this is the end of this reason, that is the end region. And then this is the curly brace closed, and this is the curly brace closed. So these are the various curly braces that is closed over here. So this is the initial code that is used with the application class in the Outlook add-in events. So these are the first of all the header files that is used with this one, that is used with the using systems, using system.windows.forms, then Microsoft Visual Studio, then Outlook, then there is a function, that name of the function is a namespace, Outlook add-ins that is used with this one, then there is a public partial class that is this application. Then two events will be used, or two functions are defined, one is a startup function, one is the shutdown event or the function. Then there is a private void this application shutdown. So one is a startup, one is a shutdown. Then there is the object sender event argument e, then there is the object sender event argument e. Then after making these two private classes or two private functions, the next function that is used with the region function, that is used with this one, that is the reason. Then VSTO designer generated code, this is in the comment. Now one is taking as an internal startup, then there is a startup plus equals to new system, then shutdown, that is plus equals to new system. And for the startup the event will be used, that is the application underscore startup, and then the shutdown the new event will be used, that is the application underscore shutdown. Then there is end of the reason with this one. And looking at the listing 2.4, you might wonder about the use of the partial in the class definition. VSTO uses the partial classes, which are a new feature of the .NET that enables you to define a part of the class in one file and another part of the class in the second file, and then compile them using or together as one class. So VSTO uses the partial classes. That is a new feature of the .NET that enables to define the part of a class in one file. So it is also possible in the .NET to define the part of the one file in one file, or part of the class in one file, another part of the class in the second file, and then compile them together as a one class. That is, first of all make the two classes, one and the two, then compile them as a one class. Then VSTO uses this feature to hide some additional generated code associated with this application class. So VSTO also uses this feature to hide some additional features or additional generated code that is associated with this application class from you. So this hide the additional feature that it helps to reduce the complexity of the code. So it helps to reduce the complexity of the code that is available in this one. The final this application class will be compiled from the partial class in the listing 2.0. So the final class or the final option that is used with this one, that is used to generate the event, that is available in this one. So the final this application class will be compiled from the partial class in the listing 2.4 and the additional code in the partial class generated by the VSTO that is hidden from you. So that is hidden from you, that is a VSTO event. The internal startup method is generated by the VSTO, that is all right, and then used to hook up any event handler generated by the VSTO. So the internal startup method is generated by the VSTO method and used to hook the used to hook up the event that is available in the VSTO that generates by the or generated by the VSTO. This is where the startup and the shutdown event handler are hooked up. That is, this is a condition where the startup and the shutdown event are hooked up. You should not edit this section of the code. So you should not edit this section of the code. We may omit this block of code in some of the listing in this book. Now we are going to add to the code in the listing 2.4 to create an add-in that will solve the annoying problem. So we are going to enhance the topic, or we are going to enhance the, we can say, the coding that is used with this one, that will solve the annoying problem. What is the problem? People replying inadvertently to an email sent out to a mail, that is using alias, mailing alias that contains a large number of people. So this is a problem that is generated with this one. So how to solve this problem? So there is an annoying problem that is available, that is people replying inadvertently to an email that is sent to a mailing alias that contains a large number of people. Unless you have vice president in your title, you probably do not want to be sending email to more than say 25 people at any given time. That is, you cannot send them email unless you have vice president in your title, that in the subject. You cannot send 25 people, more than 25 people at the same time. We are going to create an add-in that will warn you if you do this and give the opportunity, or give you the, this is the potentially career limited move. Are you sure you want to send this email to 25,000 people messages? So this is the problem that is used with the email. Outlook application object has an item send event that is raised whenever a user sends an email. We will add the additional code to the startup method of this application class to connect an event handler for the item send event. So this is the item send event handler that is also used with the startup class as shown in the listing that is available in this one. So this listing, that is a 2.5 listing, this will add the annoying problem. This will add the annoying problem code with the listing 2.4. And because this application class derives from the aggregation of the Outlook application object, we can write this dot item send, because item send is an event traced by the this application base class. So this is the this dot item send event that is traced by the class that is traced by the this application base class. The item send event handler takes an object parameter known as the item. So they takes the object parameter that is known as the item, that is the Outlook item being sent. So that is the Outlook item that is being sent, that is a part of the object parameter that is known as the item. Because item could be any number of or any of a number of things. So item can be n number of things or any number of things, such as a meeting request or a image message. Item is passed as an object rather than the specific type. So it is passed as an object rather than the specific type that is used with this one. And the item sent event handler also has a bool parameter that is used with this one, that is passed by the reference known as that is known as a reference that is known as a reference that is known as a cancel, that can be set to true to the prevent the Outlook item that is from being sent. So this is used to prevent the Outlook item that is being sent from the Outlook content. So in nothing else, this paragraph says, so there is a problem of the annoying problem. That problem will be resolved and shall be explained in the listing 2.5, that is a part of the or also the part of the advanced part of the listing 2.4, right? That solves the annoying problem that is used with this one. In so there is a item send object that is used in this one. So in our item send event handler that is used with item send event handler, we need to check to see whether the item parameter which is passed as an object is actually an email or not. So that is passed as an object, that is actually an email or not. The easiest ways to achieve this is to use the keyword to try to cast the item parameter to an Outlook mail item. So there is a parameter that is used with the item that is known as the Outlook dot mail item, and if the cast succeeds, the resulting value will be non-null, and we will know that the item being sent is an Outlook. So whatever the item that is being sent is an Outlook, and the mail item and therefore an email message. So whatever the Outlook item that is used, that is the Outlook dot mail item, and therefore an email message will be sent for the item sent event handler. We can then iterate means repeat through the receiver's collection on the mail item object. So we can repeat this process for the mail item process to see whether we are sending to any receiver list that includes more than 25 people. This is a scenario that is used with the receiver's collection as on the mail item object. So there is the item sent object that is available, that is used with the receiver's collection on the mail item object, and check to see whether we are sending to receivers or whether we are sending to any receivers list that is included in the more than 25 people. So if the person is available more than 25 events, item send object can be sent or can be generated the new code that is used to resolve the annoying problem. And each receiver's or recipient object in the recipient collection has an address entry. So there is an address entry of the each receiver object as an address entry property that returns an address entry object. The address entry object has a members property. So there is an address entry object that is available or that has a member property that returns a collection that we check the count of. So whatever the checking entry, whatever the collection entry that is available, that is a part of the collection that we check on, that is count on. Now if we count the address entry that is available is more than 25, this is one of the scenario. So the address entry that is more than 25, we will show a dialog and ask the user if she really wants to send the mail. So first of all, confirm from the user if he or she is really wants to send the mail that is beyond the 25 persons. And if the user clicks the number button, we will see the cancel parameter of the item send event to true to cancel the career limiting email. So to cancel the career limiting email that is available, we will cancel the object that is used with the item send event and check for more than one or more than 25 recipients. right? Then this is the listing 2.5, that is the VSTO Outlook add-in that handles the item send event and check for more than 25 receivers. So this is the code that is used with the item send event. So that handles the item send events and also check if the persons to whom the mail are going on or is going on, that is about 25 receivers or below 25 receivers or less than 25 receivers, right? That is a VSTO Outlook add-in that handles the item send events. Now this is the code that is used. So first is the using system, then using system dot windows dot forms. So first is using the system that will be used. Then there is a system dot windows dot form. So first of all, the same header file that is available, that is using the system. Then the system dot windows dot forms. Then using Microsoft dot Visual Studio dot tools dot application runtime, the same, that is the Visual Studio is used for the recording part, that's the V sharp. Then tools and the application, then runtime. So this is available as an application that is also used as a runtime. Then using Outlook. So which Outlook is used? That is a Microsoft dot Office dot Interop dot Outlook. Then the namespace Outlook add-in. So there is a new function that is generated, is the Outlook add-in 1. Then public partial class this application. So there is a public partial class that is available, that is the name of the class is the this application. And then a private void this application startup. So there is a private void that is used with this application, that is used with the startup event. And there are two arguments that is available over here, that is the object sender and the event argse. So there is a public partial class that is this application, and there is a that is a public class that is available with this application. And within the public class there is a private part that is used, the private function that is used, that is a private void this application startup. So this startup object will be used for starting this application object. And there are two arguments that is available with this one. One is the object sender, that is a one of the argument is of the object type, that is a sender type. And next is the event args, that is the e, and that is of type of the event args, that is a private part. So one is a public, one is a private, and this is one of the important part that is available with the private. We are using the item send variable with the this. So this is dot item send, that is plus equals to new. So new is used as a this dot item send, that is plus equals to new. So whatever the item that is sent, that is equals to the new, that is plus equals to the new. Then Outlook dot application event, so that is used with the application events. Then 11, then item sent event handler. So there is the Outlook dot application events that contains the 11s and item sent event handler, that is this application item sent. So that is used with this application, that is the item sent part. So this is this dot item sent, that is plus equals to new. Then Outlook dot application events, then the item sent event handler, then this application item sent. So that is available as this application item sent. So this is the part of the private part. Now within this public, this is one private, then this is the void class, that is the void this application underscore item sent. So they, this is the private void, this is only the void, that is this application underscore item sent. This is the startup event, this is the item sent. Then there are two parts, object item, then object item, then reference bool cancel, that is available. Then Outlook dot mail item my item as Outlook dot mail item. Now this is says as the Outlook dot mail item my item, that is used, that contains the item as Outlook dot mail item. Now check for the my item. If it is not equals to null, then for each loop will be used for the Outlook dot recipient receive in my item dot recipient. That is the for each function is used for this one if the my item is not equals to the null. Now within the for is there is a if for each function there is a if function that is used, that is if receipt.address entry.members.count is greater than 24. So if this entry count is greater than 24, so ask the user if she really wants to send the email. So this is the same category that is used to send more than 25 email, or more send the email to more than 25 persons. That is a string message equals to send mail to 0, and that is used with the one people. So that is a send the mail to the more than one people, that is available with only one people. Now string the caption that is available with this one, that is used for receiving the mail or receiving for more than one person, that is available with this one, that is used to send the email to more than one person. So this is string caption is equals to string or more than 25 receivers. So one is used for the one people, then caption is used for more than 125 receivers. Then the message box buttons, that is a button equals to this one, that is used for the buttons. Then result, one more we can say the variable is used, that is known as a result, that is equals to the message box dot show, then string dot format. So this is available over here. Then the dialog result that is used to store the result. Then result equals to message box dot show, then string dot format that is used, then the message, then receipt address entry dot name, then receipt address entry dot members dot count, then the caption and the button. So there are two parts that is also used, that is the caption and the buttons. So one is a message box dot show, then the receipt address entry dot name, then the receipt address entry dot members dot count, then the caption and the buttons. Now check for the result, that is equals to this one. This result portion I'm going to take with after the break. So let's take a break right now, then move to this part, that is address entry for this one, that is how to take the address entry. So let's take a break right now. So come back from the break. Now let's start the next part that is used, that is a listing or the full listing of the code that is used for the com object, that is used for the VSTO Outlook add-in objects. So this is using the header file, that is the system, then system.windows.forms, then microsoft.visualstudio.tools.application.runtime, then which Outlook is used, that is a microsoft.office.interop.outlook, that is the Outlook Office that is used. Then there is a namespace Outlook add-in 1. So there is a namespace Outlook add-in that is available with the Outlook add-in 1, that is a name. Then next is a public partial class this application. So there is a public partial class that is used, that is no name is in this application. Then private void this application startup. So there is a startup event, there is a startup handler or a function that is used, that is this application startup. That contains two parts, that is object center as a argument and the e as a argument. So the one is the object center, then event argument e. Then there are two parts of this one, that is this dot item send plus equals to new. So item send is used for the for creating the newly object or the for the new objects. Then outlook dot application events 11 underscore item send event handler. So this is used as a outlook dot application event that is used as a 11, then the item send event handler. So there's a item send event handler that is also available. Then this application underscore item send. So that is this application is used as item send event. Then void this application item send, that is the object item reference bool cancel. So there is this application item send item that is also used for this one, that is this application item send. Then there is the item send that is used with this one, then the reference bool cancel. So there are two parts or two argument with this one, that is the item as an object and the cancel as a reference bool. Then outlook dot mail item my item. So outlook dot mail item is used and the my item is the object that is used as a item as a object dot mail item. So item is used as a outlook dot main item that is used with this one. Then check the condition, if my item is not equals to null, that is if the my item is not equals to null, then for each event is used, for each loop is used, that is the outlook.recipient, then receive in my event on my item.recipient, that is a check for the outlook.receivers. Now if the receiver's entry or the member count is more than 25, that is not equals to 25, more than 25, that is 26 onward, that is if it is more than 25, then the string message equals to send the mail to 0 with 1 people, then string caption is equals to more than 25 receivers. So if the number of the count is more than 25, then the this will send the email 0 with 1, otherwise or again the caption that is used or the whatever the error that is used is the more than 25 receiver, that is the error that is given. Then the message box buttons, there is a message box button that is also available, that is a function, that is which function is used, that is a button function is used, that contains a message box button, then yes, no. So there are two functions that is used, that is either yes or no. Then the dialog result equals to result, so that is dialog result. So one variable is used, that is a result, then result equals to, now what is contained in the result. So this result is a variable that is declared of the type dialog result, that is result equals to message box dot show. So there is a message box dot show, that is the result, then string dot format, so there is a string dot format that is used, then the message, then receipt address entry dot name. So there is a message box dot show that is used with this one, then there is a string message entry that is available with this one, that is the format, string dot format, then the message, then receipt address entry dot name, then there is a receipt address entry dot members dot count. So that is a member entry that is available with this one, that is address entry dot members dot count. And there is a caption and the button there, that two are also used, that is the result equals to message box dot show, then receipt address entry dot name, then receipt address entry dot members dot count, then caption, then buttons. Now if condition will be used, if result equals to dialog result dot number. So if the result equals to dialog result dot number, that is used. So if the result equals to dialog result dot number, then cancel equals to true. So cancel have a value as a true. So if the dialog result is dot number, if the dialog result dot number, that is the condition that is used. So if the result that is equals to dialog result, it is equals to the dialog result. So if the condition is true, then the cancel have a value that is as true, then the break, then two curly braces, three curly braces, that is avoided over here, right? Then private void this application shutdown object sender event args e. So there is a private void that is also used with this one, that is a private void this application shutdown. So this is the startup event that is available with this one, that is a startup one function. Then there is a shutdown event for closing the shutdown the events, then the object sender and the event arguments e. Then this is the reason VSTO designer generated code. This is the private void internal startup. So there is a private void internal startup that is also used as a function. Now this dot startup function that is used, that is equals to the new system. So that is incremented every time with the new system, that is plus equals to new system. Then event handler, this application startup. So there is a event handler, which event handler is used, that is this application underscore startup. Then this dot shutdown, that is plus equals to new system, that is the event handler, that is this application underscore shutdown. So one is the startup, one is the shutdown. So this is the this dot startup, that is plus equals to new system, that is the event handler, that is this application underscore startup. Then this shutdown, that is plus equals to new system, then the event handler, that is this application underscore shutdown. So there are two events that is used with this one, one is the startup, one is the shutdown. Startup that is plus equals to new system, then shutdown that is plus equals to new system. That event handler, that this application startup and this application shutdown. Then there is the end of reason with this one. And when you run the project with the code that is shown in listing 2.4, Outlook launches and add the loading try. Now try sending more than one people. You first go to the offline first in case you mistype the code. If all works right, the admin will display a dialog box warning that you are sending the email to more than 25 people. So you will be able to cancel the send of email, exit out with the debugging sessions. Next is code behind a document. That is, what is the code that is used with behind the document. This I am going to take within the next class, that is the tomorrow's class. So that's all for a today's session. In the tomorrow's class, I am taking your next topic, that is code behind a document. So thanks a lot everyone for listening me.